You've meticulously planned your dream cruise. Bags packed, vacation outfits on point, you glide through check-in, sail past security, and even survive that awkward elevator ride with 7 strangers. You're practically tasting that first poolside cocktail when, bam, your phone buzzes. Please report to security. Yep, you've been summoned to the dreaded naughty room, and it's probably for something you didn't even know was banned. This year, cruise lines have quietly rolled out some seriously surprising new rules. Miss just one, and you could wave goodbye to your favorite gadget, or worse, your entire cruise vacation. So get ready, because here are 11 new things you absolutely cannot bring on a cruise ship in 2025. And stick around, because the last one is already costing people thousands of dollars and leaving them stranded at the port. Let's get started. Number 1. Bluetooth speakers and white noise machines. You'd think something as innocent as a little Bluetooth speaker would be cruise-approved, right? Wrong. Carnival, for one, has put its foot down and fully banned them. Even if you're planning to use it quietly in your cabin, it's a no-go. This also includes those beloved Bluetooth white noise machines that so many cruisers rely on for a good night's sleep. I learned this the hard way on a recent sailing. I had my trusty portable speaker ready to set the chill vibe on my balcony. Security found it during bag check, and I got that dreaded naughty room call. They were polite, but firm. "Ma'am, for emergency announcements." I nodded, but honestly, I think it's more about stopping those wannabe Lido Deck DJs. Remember that guy who blasted questionable techno at 8 a.m.? Yeah, they're aiming for him. My sleep was definitely rougher without my ocean sounds, so now I pack earbuds and a simple, non-Bluetooth sound machine. Number 2. Personal Starlink and Wi-Fi sharing devices. Here's one for the tech lovers trying to outsmart the system. Bringing your own Starlink dish or any personal Wi-Fi hotspot is now officially a no-go. You know the drill, those pricey onboard Wi-Fi plans. Some savvy cruisers thought they could just set up their own satellites and share connections. Well, cruise lines caught on faster than a seagull spots a dropped fry. I actually saw this unfold last year on a Royal Caribbean sailing. A guy near me was boasting about how he brought his mini Starlink dish. He thought he was so clever. 2 days in, his internet was mysteriously out, and later I saw security escorting him off the ship at the next port. Apparently, they scan for rogue networks. If they catch you trying to split one paid connection across multiple devices, they'll confiscate your gear faster than you can say buffering. Save yourself the headache and budget for the ship's Wi-Fi, or embrace the digital detox. Number 3. Walkie-talkies and baby monitors. Once a cruise staple for families and large groups trying to keep tabs on each other, walkie-talkies and wireless baby monitors are now a big no-no on many ships. They might seem harmless, but lines like Royal Caribbean and Norwegian are banning them because they interfere with the ship's critical communication systems. And that, my friends, is a huge deal. My sister learned this the hard way. On our last family cruise, she brought a pair of cute, kid-friendly walkie-talkies for her boys. Thought it would be fun for them to feel like spies. Nope. Security found them and explained how even low power signals could potentially mess with emergency radio frequencies. It's not just about a noisy channel, it's about safety. As for baby monitors, same issue. If you're cruising with little ones, plan other ways to check in. Maybe the cruise line app's messaging feature, or good old-fashioned door knocking lightly, of course. Number 4. Boxed wine and bulk alcohol. This bin feels personal to a lot of wine lovers, myself included. While most cruise lines still let you bring one regular, sealed bottle of wine per adult, boxed wine is now completely off limits. Why the beef with boxes? I once saw a couple at embarkation trying to argue their way through with a giant box of Chardonnay. The security guard was very clear. Boxes are harder to inspect, easier to sneak things in. Plus, once that spout is open, it's pretty hard to control consumption, which is another reason they won't let you bring liquor or beer either. Even hard seltzers are out. My advice? If you're hoping for a quiet sip on your balcony, stick to that standard, sealed bottle. And for goodness sake, remember your corkscrew, the approved kind, of course. Number 5. Upside-down pineapple decorations. Yep, you heard that right. This one actually made it onto the ban list. For those who don't know, an upside-down pineapple isn't just quirky door decor. It's become cruise code for folks looking to, swing into new social circles. Carnival, in particular, cracked down on this after too many confused encounters. My aunt, bless her heart, innocently put up an upside-down pineapple magnet on her cabin door on a recent Carnival cruise because she just thought it looked tropical. She called me, utterly baffled, wondering why so many strangers were winking at her and trying to initiate awkward conversations. I had to gently explain the real meaning. She was mortified. They've now banned pineapple symbols used in this way from stateroom doors, balconies, and any public areas. So, even if you just love the aesthetic, leave the upside-down fruit at home. Unless you want to explain a whole lot more than your cabin number. Number 6. Multi-plug outlets with regular sockets. This one is confusing, and that's exactly why it's catching people out. Royal Caribbean recently updated their banned items list and quietly added multi-plug outlets to the lineup. The kicker? They didn't just mean surge protectors, they meant almost anything that adds an extra wall plug, even those handy little outlet extenders that used to be cruise hacks. I was almost a victim of this one. I always travel with a small, non-surge protected cube that has a few regular outlets and some USB ports. On my last cruise, a friend had theirs confiscated at security. Apparently, if it has those standard AC sockets, it's out. USB-only hubs are still fine for now. But if your charger has both USB and standard outlets in one device, it's getting snatched. This is especially brutal on older ships, where you might only have 2 outlets in the entire cabin. Learn from my friend's mistake. Someone's phone is going to bed with 3% battery if you're not careful. Number 7. Drones. You'd think the only things flying around your cruise ship would be seagulls, right? No. Drones became such a thing that cruise lines had to step in. Most lines completely ban drone usage on board, and some, like Norwegian and Carnival, won't even let you bring them at all. I remember seeing a viral video a few years back of a guy trying to get an epic sail away shot from his balcony with a drone. It ended with security chasing him down the deck, and his drone ending up in the drink. It's not just about interference, it's also about privacy and safety for other guests. And here's a crucial detail: even if a cruise line allows you to bring it and store it, flying it in port is a whole other gamble. I heard a terrifying story of a cruiser in a Caribbean port who launched his drone without checking local laws and ended up arrested and facing huge fines. That epic drone shot? Probably not worth the potential jail time. Stick to filming with your phone. Number 8. Pool noodles and floaties. If you've got visions of lounging in the cruise ship pool with your favorite giant flamingo float or a comfy noodle, I'm about to burst your bubble. Not going to happen. Cruise ship pools are strictly no-float zones, even for kids. My niece was heartbroken on her first cruise when her dolphin floaty was confiscated by the pool attendant. She threw a full-on tantrum, but it's a legitimate safety issue. These things take up too much space, block lifeguards' views, and frankly, can become hazards if the ship suddenly lists. Life vests are always provided for free on board, which are meant for safety. Those pool noodles you packed in your suitcase? You'll either never use them, or they'll end up as cruise ship confetti. Just accept it. The ship pool is for swimming, not floating. Number 9. Certain sunscreens, port-specific ban. This one isn't enforced on board your ship, but it can get you into serious trouble once you step off. A growing number of popular cruise ports, including Hawaii, the U.S. Virgin Islands, and parts of Mexico, are banning non-reef-safe sunscreens. A friend of mine almost missed her snorkeling excursion in Cozumel because the tour operator was doing spot checks for sunscreen ingredients. She had to rush to a local shop and buy an overpriced, approved bottle just to join. Why? Because common ingredients like oxybenzone and octinoxate can actually harm coral reefs and marine life. So, while your cruise line might not confiscate it, local authorities could fine you or block you from certain beaches or excursions. Avoid the stress. Just pack reef-safe sunscreen from the start. It protects your skin and the stunning underwater world you came to see. Number 10. Playing poker for cash in public areas. A friendly game of poker with your cruise buddies? Totally fine. Putting real money on the table outside of the ship's casino? That's a problem and a new crackdown point for 2025. Cruise lines have strict rules against gambling for cash in public areas, including your favorite card games. I saw a heated game of Texas Hold'em break out in the buffet once. Real money was changing hands, and it got pretty loud. Next thing you know, a staff member came over and politely but firmly shut it down. It's not just about keeping things fair. It's about staying compliant with international gambling laws and avoiding any kind of on-deck drama or disputes. So, whether you're in the buffet, the lounge, or out by the pool, if there's real money involved, staff will shut it down fast. Want to play for cash? Stick to the ship's casino, where it's supervised, regulated, and comes with way better chairs anyway. Number 11. Wheelchairs without accessible cabin bookings. Now, the one band that caught everyone off guard, and it's already messing with people's travel plans in a big way. This isn't a rumor, it's happening. Some UK-based cruise lines, like P&O and Fred. Olsen Cruises are now banning passengers from bringing a wheelchair on board unless they booked an accessible cabin. I recently spoke to a heartbroken couple who were denied boarding on their dream anniversary cruise because they showed up with the foldable wheelchair they'd always brought on previous trips. They hadn't booked an accessible cabin, thinking their compact chair would be fine. The cruise line cited new safety regulations, claiming they need to ensure enough crew members are available to assist during emergencies, especially for those in non-accessible staterooms. For travelers who used to book regular cabins with a foldable chair, it's turned cruising into a costly guessing game. If you show up with a wheelchair and didn't declare it or book the right room, you can be denied boarding. And yes, it's at your own expense. This is a game changer for many, so please, if you or someone in your party requires a wheelchair, triple check the specific cruise line's accessibility policies before you book and certainly before you arrive at the port. That was a lot, right? But seriously, knowing these new bans ahead of time can save you a world of trouble. If you made it this far, first of all, thank you. Seriously, if you're enjoying this video, a quick like and subscribe truly helps more than you know. And if you did stick around to this point, drop a comment below with the words Cruise Pro and tell me what your favorite cruise line is. I'd love to personally thank you for supporting this channel. Stay safe, stay savvy, and happy cruising. With the right gear, of course.